Are you a cult member? Say, what do you mean, am I a cult member? Yes, are you part of a group that discourages critical thinking and does not recommend you think for yourself? Do you think in a crowd psychology, you don't ask questions from yourself and analyze what's going on in the world? We're going to talk about that today because this is a serious problem, my friends. And welcome to the Freedom Lovers Show. I'm your host, David James Rodriguez, and we are building a voluntary world, one relationship at a time. And the reason I ask you if you're a cult member is because I was confronted 2 times the last week and a half or 2 weeks. 2 different cult members got in my face because I was asking sincere, critical questions, helping them to examine what they are doing in the name of safety for the mask and equality for the Black Lives Matter. And so you guys can see some of the videos here, but both these guys got directly into my face and they initiated this aggression towards me because I'm asking them hard questions, peacefully asking questions. And so the first guy kicked me out of a store, Played Against Sports in SoCal, California, because I had a medical exemption, and he said they don't respect the medical exemption. Okay, well, we're talking back and forth, and then he gets in my face. And then at the Black Lives Matter event, I was also asking questions, and some thug comes over, puts a metal bar right at my waist, and gets in front of my face. So why are these people doing this? My guess is in their private capacity, when they're not part of a group, they're probably nice people. But then, once you start identifying as, I'm part of this group, why don't you support this group? They lose part of their identity. They lose a little bit of their humanity, and they no longer can see the human in other humans. Like, my friends, we are humans. Can we all agree that compassion is needed? Empathy, patience, free choice. I mean, this is the new paradigm to get out of this cult. And the biggest cult that I used to be a part of, and I left, is called statism, which is the idea and a belief that the state has legitimate authority over you. So the reason you know you're part of a cult is you're not allowed to question the flag. You're not allowed to question politicians, although they're like the least trustworthy and most dishonest people in the society, and a lot of people know that. So what's happening, my friends? We're evolving towards personal sovereignty. And the truth is that you are a king, you are a queen, and you can do whatever you want as long as you don't harm another person or their property. You don't need permission to breathe air. You don't need permission to conduct business. The statist model is falling apart. This is what I believe. This is what my eyes are telling me the last few years, going to different freedom events, talking to people, interviewing people, some of the visionaries on the planet, is that you can't have a private bank print your money, the Federal Reserve banking system, and think that's okay. This is how they fund the wars. And so this whole system's falling apart. They're hyperinflating the dollar, which means they're just printing it, which is going to devalue it. So you want to get into other types of currencies or investments that's not in cash, maybe some crypto or hard metals, silver, gold, stuff like that, and transcend this system. So the point is that these cult members, I feel a lot of compassion for them because they were forced into school, and I'm sure they pledged allegiance to the flag, which represents the state, aka the republic, and it's time that we all break through our own cult programming. You are free. You are born free. Your life matters. Everything about your existence is awesome. This car is nice, but your body's better. Like, this body is our temple. They say that because this is what we have. This is what our parents gave us. It doesn't belong to anybody. And so start thinking about the individual, because the individual is the most vulnerable of all minorities. So if you care about equality, you care about justice, you must protect the rights of the individual, the freedoms of the individual. They come from nature, or they come from God. So don't use coercion, okay? That's the simple solution. And it's going viral. It's catching steam. Don't use coercion against me. I'm not going to use coercion against you. Agreed? That's the future, my friends. It's called voluntarism. We don't need the government. We need the government to stop harming and violating us. So I get so excited because there's cult deprogramming out there. And part of it is asking questions and doubting what you believe. Are you so sure that there's a global pandemic? Or have you done any actual individual research? Are you so sure that Black Lives Matter is about equality and justice? Or is it a political agenda to divide races amongst each other? I mean, these are things that I had to research for myself. So anyways, think about that. Leave the cult. Think for yourself. You're free. You're amazing. You're tremendous. Yes, your life is very significant. And the government's been parasite, sucking all the energy, and it's falling apart, my friends. Take the mask off. Exercise your freedom. Don't ask for permission to be free. You just exercise freedom. And that's what we're doing here at the Voluntary Solutions Bonfires. 16 weeks in a row having a bonfire on the beach. And we're going to do it again because it's time to exercise it, not ask for it, as we build a voluntary world, one relationship at a time, one village at a time, one neighborhood, one city, one state at a time. But it all starts with the individual. And that's me, and that's you.